You're all welcome to my channel. Here I have wrap skirts to make today. So I want to show you how to make a wrap skirt. What I have here, my measurements here, as you can see, the tummy of the person is 40, the hip is 44, the length is 41. So that is all we need for skirt measurement. Your length, your tummy, or your waist, and your hip. Those three measurements is what you need. Meanwhile, my length is 41, so I will add 1 inch for sewing allowance, both for up and down, which is 42. So I have my 42 here. So to get your material, this one now is unfold. To get your accurate material when you want to cut your skirt, you use your biggest measurement. So our biggest measurement here is the hip, which is 44. So your hip divided by 4 plus 2 inch for your sewing allowance for both the joining of the lining and the allowance for sewing. That is the 2 inch allowance. So what we are going to do here now, since this one the length is 41 and I make it 42, I have marked that other side. So I'm still going to mark this other side to get my 42, so that we get my accurate measurement, which is 42. So to get our hip measurement, I come down 10 because she's tall. Some people, their hip, from their tummy to their hip is 9, some are 8, depends on the length of the person. Meanwhile, our nail measurement is 19. For the nail measurement, 19. So since it is 19 now, our waist is 40 divided by 4 is 10, plus 3 inches. 40 divided by 4 is 10. 1 inch is for the dart, and this 2 inches is for the allowance as the hip here. So you can see my hip is 44 divided by 4 is 11 here, plus 2 inches allowance. This 2 inches now is only for the lining. So how to get your nail measurement from your hip? The 11 plus 2, which is 13 for the hip, you minus, just take everything here plus the allowance. You're going to impute it at the nail. So the 44 divided by 2, which is 11, plus your 2 inches for the sewing allowance, that makes it 13. So that 13 now, you will minus 1.5. You will minus 1.5 to get your nail. So to minus 1.5 from this 13 will give us 11.5. 11.5, because I minus 1.5 from the hip to get the nail, gives me 11.5. So this is 11.5 now. We are going to take this exact measurement down to the full length of the skirt. So the full length here now, I'm going to impute 11.5. 11.5. So meanwhile, as I told you, you impute this 11.5 down to this nail. Meanwhile, before you do that, I have already cut out this into 2 pieces, because this is the front body. I will use this to get my back. So I cut out this into 2 pieces. This is the second one here. This one is going to be for the up wrap. This one you are seeing here, so it's going to be for the up side that is going to wrap the skirt, because it is a skirt we are making. So we need the front and back, and this for the up side. So I'm going to show you how to get your measurements, or how to get your cutting of this front part for the wrap. So as I said, since here is your 11, bring it down to the full length of the skirt. All you need to do is to roll it. Since it is exact straight line, we are going to do is to roll it out like this. Roll out to get your, make sure you get your straight line at the up too. Then for your hip, if you have your hip curve, it will be better for you. Hip curve will make it easier for those if you don't know how to get your hip. But me, I use my free hand, because my free hand, so I have mastered on how to get my hip. But if you have the hip curve, that will be better. It will give you an accurate curve. That is preferable. So you cut out. This is practical. For a beginner, you might be thinking why here in the waist is equal, because after holding your dart here, after holding your dart, it won't be equal again. This side is now small, so you get your hip shape. So you are done for the front now. The front is part is aspect is done. Let me go to the wrap before I cut my back. So this is the wrap. This my material here has a pattern, so I'm following according to the pattern. You can see these flowers are coming like this. Don't, anytime you are sewing cloth, make sure you look at the pattern before cutting to see if it has pattern, because if you make a mistake now, place this flower to be at the downside, you have spoiled the beauty of the cloth. So for the front part, you are going to, after making it equal with this one, you are going to take out one part of, you are going to open it like this. It is not unfold now. You open it like this. But let me get my full measurement first. Since the other one I used 42 for the length, the full length is 41 plus 1 inch for your sewing allowance, which is 42. I'm going to put that same 42 on this one too. So gives me 42 here. 42 here, which is here. Come back again, make it accurate. 42 here again. So as I rule it out, the full length plus the 1 inch allowance, I roll like this. I take my, just the way I did for this thing. Okay, now start bringing like this. Let me make it to see it like this. You see, and you cut out. No more useful, that other part. And you open, as I told you, you open like this, no longer unfold. And you place your front, unfold at the edge of this other one like this. As you can see, place it like this. Meanwhile, before you place it like this, you must be sure on which part you want your wrap to face, because I'm about to make mistake now if I remember that. So you place it where you want your front. Me now, I want my wrap to come like this. Once it falls like this, I want it to be at this side to wrap round, not at this side. So what I'm going to do now is to cut it from this side. So you must be sure on which parts you want to tie. Which part you want to tie, you can decide on that. I was about to make mistake there. Nobody is above mistake. So I say I should make you understand what you should always put that in mind. Which parts you want your wrap, because normally a wrapper goes like this, goes to the left hand side, not the right hand side. But some people might want it at the right hand side. So it is still possible for you to ask which way you want it to go, to ask your customer for them to tell you which customer like it to be at the right hand side, or you like to be at the left hand side. In the cut, you can see I place it like this. You can see it is not that is again. You can see the shape there. So you cut because the sides unwrap will not have this hip shape. It will be completely straight. You can see. You can see. So our front is, we are done with our front. Now we go for the back. You can see how it looks like. This is the hip shape. This one, there is no dart, so you're not going to put that. All the allowance that is going to come here, they are going to lap to cover your line for the side. There is no dart for this one. You're not going to put that. So for the front, let me bring out the fabric to cut the back for you to see. So this is the back. This is the back part of the front of the skirt. Sorry, this is the back side of the skirt, and this is the front. So you place your front on the back. This is the side, while this is the center of the front. No, the front is on fold. This is center. So from this your center, for you to get your slit, either you make it 3 or 2.5. As you can see here, I have 2.7. So I want to make use of this 2.7. So all you need to do is to shape out. Make sure your SS is at the middle part of your skirt, which is the front part. This is where your zip is going to enter and your overlap for the skirt. So I'm going to show you how to get those ones. Don't worry. So let me cut it out. Could come back to you. Okay, this is the back. As I told you, I've cut out my back with my 2.75 inches. So I place my front on fold. Now this here is on fold and the back too is on fold. I place it like this, and I will cut out the excess at the side. Cut out my excess at the side. So to get your slits at the back, from my waist to my nail, is 19. Hope you can remember. That's what I took for the front part. So from my waist to my nail is 19. But for this slit, I'm going to make it 18. Don't worry, I'll let you know. I'll show you the reason why I'm making it 18. Then from my waist to my hip is 10. Waist to my hip is 10. So for this hip now, you will take 2.5. This waist now, you take 2.5. For this waist, you take 2. Remember, your hip 2.5, your waist 2, and here you take 1.5, and you connect it. And you connect it. So this here now, this space you are seeing here now is for your overlap. Why I make it this 8? Let me come back to you. Why I make it this 18 from your waist to here 18? Because after I cut out here, because I'm going to cut here out like this. If I cut here out, I'm going to sew my lining. My lining will take 1/2 inch here to fold inside. So after I have turned it out, I'm still going to sew another 1/2 inch here to my zip. I'm still going to sew another 1/2 inch here to get my zip. So I've already took out my one. and it will come to the 19. After I take away my ½ inch from my lining, because I'm going to cut lining, I'm going to turn the lining with the fabric. After I've taken my ½ inch, when sewing the back, when getting my zip, I'm still going to take another half here to complete it. So that half here now we make it, if you make it this 19 here and you take another 1 inch, it has shortened down, it will go down. So don't make that mistake. So just, this is how I do my own based on my calculation from experience. This is how I believe it. And when I do it, it goes to that 19. So I prefer using this calculation. So all you do is cut. And the reason why I make it is for the butt to sit well. You know, the butt is not straight. You don't make it straight. So you add something for the butt to sit well. That is why I make it to be like this. You can see the shape here. It's not straight. For the butt to sit. So here comes out more than the up and here. Hope you grabbed. So you cut out your center back into 2. This is for the overlap. This for the overlap. And what you will do, you cut out your lining. After cutting out the lining, I'm going to show you how I did it, and I'm going to show you some few processes for you to take. Okay, as I told you, I've cut out my lining. I've used my fabric to cut the lining out. This is for the front. Cut it exactly. If it's on fold, cut it on fold. And cut the necessary allowance once you're not using. This one is for the back. You can see I've cut it and I have minus my one under it. So I want to use this front to show you how I did for how I minus for all of them, because I have already minus my ½ inch from all. Where the ½ inch is coming from now is from this down part. This your down part. You're not going to make it equal, because if you make it equal, this lining will show under it. So all you need to do is to take ½ inch, take 1 inch from here down here, 1 inch, I told you, take 1 inch like this, then cut out. See, take a 1 inch. So when you sew ½ inch at the down part here, I'm going to put band, so I'm not going to sew here close. So when you sew your ½ inch at this down, make sure you top stitch it if you know how to top stitch. I don't know if I should also show you the video on how to sew it. Let me see what I can do. So if you sew the down part half, you top stitch it and turn it over, so this both the side close. Let me see if I can do that video for you. And this front too, this is the front. I have cut it out. I shaped the way I shape out. As you can see, one side is straight, and this other side has the hip shape. I have also minus it for the down. If you can look closely, you can see I minus it at the down part there. You can see the 1 inch I took out for the down part there. That's what you do. But for this front, this wrap, you are also going to sew this down, top stitch it, sew this up, top stitch it, then you sew this wrap side, sew it close, then this side you sew it to some, you leave a small space here at this side to turn it out. After you turn it out, this side is going to be closed, this down is going to be closed, because we don't need any rough edges at this upside. So that is how to come about for the wrap skirts. Thank you for watching. If you like to see more of my video, subscribe, and it is free to subscribe, and click the notification bell so that I'll see them. Comments on the comment box there. If you find it interesting or you want to ask question, ask me in the comment section. Thank you. God bless you.